Happy friggin' Wednesday, everybody. From sea to shining sea, from coast to coast. It's 4 hours till midnight here in the Mile High City, the Spyderco capital of the world, and we are live, baby. I am so hyped. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to share yet another amazing Wednesday evening with all of you. And whether we've got 10 people, whether we've got 10,000 people, it's always a good time regardless. Man, I'm just gonna hop right into saying hi to people. What's up, Charles Wooden? First person in the chat. You get a round of applause, good sir. Thank you for being a channel member, Charles. Appreciate you, man. Marco, of course, showing up early. We got Chris Waris in the house. Thank you for being a channel member as well. Thank you. Jason Beecher says, good luck, everyone. I'm exhausted. It's only Wednesday, my guy. You take this as your second wind. Your second wind. That's what it is. That's what it is. From here on out, you're going to have an absolutely phenomenal rest of your week. I know it. What's up to Gator Aaron? We got a channel mod in the house. He says, hey, early birds. Hey yourself, Aaron. Good to see you, man. Welcome on in. Jim Miller in the house. Shout out to Jim. Thanks for supporting, Jim. Thank you for being a channel member. We definitely appreciate you. Let's see. NFK20 says, I'm a loser. I can't be here. If you're here, you're not a loser. You, good sir, are in fact part of the Winners Club. So round of applause for you. Thank you for joining in as well. All right. I'm moving and I'm grooving. What's up, Pocket Razors? Shout out to Pocket Razors, another channel in the house. Everyone's getting a round of applause because you're all winners in my book. He says, greetings, everyone. I hope you're having a fabulous evening. Dude, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I can't complain. On my desk, by the way, looks like I need to clean it and do some organizing. I've got so many good knives on my desk right now. My pockets cannot hold them all. I don't have cargo pants, although I probably should. And so all of the knives that I want to carry throughout the day are just they're here. We've got quite a few good ones on the table. Hey, shout out to my man Ian Coates. He says, I'm here just because of that steezy shot. I knew you would like that shot of the Sebenza, even if it is a small Sebenza. Listen, this was my carry today, and I absolutely love this knife. But you guys know that. You know how I feel about the small Sebenza 21. It's just so good. It's got life's stonewash on the scales. No, I have not, in fact, sent this into Chris Reeve to have these scales reblasted. I made that decision after a live stream, much like this one, to not send it in for a spa day. Spa days are reserved for significant others who need some time away from us. Not for my knife. Shout out to Lone Star Talboy. Welcome in, man. Thank you for being a channel member. He says the carry of the day is the Cold Steel Black Talon 2 and Civivi Elementum Button Lock Original. The original, that's the one where the button lock is the only way to open and close it, right? Like, unless you press the button, it's staying closed. I had that knife. I liked that knife. It wasn't everybody's cup of tea, and in some states, they actually did consider it a gravity knife. Some people are still unwilling to accept. Not that it matters, because nowadays gravity knives are pretty much legal to own, at least own in some form or fashion, almost everywhere. In fact, I think there's maybe only 1 or 2 states in the US that make it illegal to own one. I could be wrong. I'm not a lawyer. Don't listen to me. Craig Vincent in the house. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being a channel member as well. Ian says, I'm exhausted. I was forklifting all day. Man, that sounds like you have had quite a day. Lonnie Hutchison, welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. Paul Mills, another channel member. Top Dog. Hey, shout out to all of the channel mods in the house.
This is Sparta!
Guys, do me a favor. Spartan, kick the like button one time. Let YouTube know that we are live, baby. Because I'm enjoying myself tonight. We're going to talk about some stuff like we always do. I was wondering, should I make these live streams more organized? Should I have like segments? I don't know. I don't know. I thought I would ask you guys, since you're here, why not? You want to see specific segments in each live stream? I was thinking I could do like a negative comment review of the week where we pull up some negative comments and we take it as a humbling moment. And I do need to be humbled because I'm reaching the 9,000 subscriber mark. And while a few of my peers who have entered as content creators alongside have already surpassed that, shout out to them. For me, 9,000 is, I think it's only about 70, 80 subscribers away. That's exciting. We're on the road to the first really big milestone, in my opinion, which is 10,000 subscribers. And I am really grateful for that. I was looking at that today and I said, subscribers doesn't mean everything. As someone that spends time making this content, what means the most to me is when people watch the content that I spend the time making. It means extra, when they like it enough to hit that subscribe button. Sometimes they just leave me a comment. But it was a moment, and I was really, really appreciative, and I thought I'd share that with you guys. It means so much that you have all rode with me so far, and we're only getting started. I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. We are doing a lot. We've got a lot planned, and I'm finally getting towards the end of I had like 5 knives that I needed to review, and I actually dropped my latest video on this guy. This gorgeous, gorgeous knife from Monster. This is the Monster Aurora Rays. I do kind of wish that they had named it something else. I don't. Aurora Rays. I feel like Scooby-Doo, but it's pretty cool. It's not perfect. There's very few knives out there that I would classify as perfect. For example, the blade to handle scale ratio could be a tad bit better. Not that I care. It could have jimping on the spine of the blade. You know what? You want to know my opinion on this? The video is in my channel. Check it out when you get a chance. Anyways, good to see you, Top Dog. Welcome into Leafy Wiggy. All right. Oh, man, the chat jumped again. All right. Hey, shout out to John Blackman, who's been a connoisseur and collector, at least on this channel, for the last 10 months.
Oh, yeah.
And he used that message to say, hey, Shambo, what's up, man? I'm living the dream, John. I'm having a great time. And I'm really enjoying sharing my love of the hobby with all of you. Lonnie says it glitched a little. So it's been storming. It's been storming here in the Mile High City, which means that because my internet runs off of 5G, sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's not so much, especially during weather conditions. So if the stream goes down, know that I apologize. If I'm stuttering, if the internet is stuttering, it is 100% because it's storming, and that affects the 5G network that I run the computer off of. And so if the stream dies, I'm sorry. I hope that it does not. Ian says, Roll having network issues. On my end, it looks clean and clear. You'll have to tell me, though. Welcome into Tyler Williams. Good to see you. All right. Ian says, I like chaos. I know you do. Pocket Razor says, I vote you mix it up, Rollshambo.edc, a topic one live and a freestyle the next. I like to be off the cuff. It's honestly, I think that my off the cuff content is, in my opinion, some of my best content, and it's the most natural. You don't have to prod me to get me to talk what is probably entirely too much. I have been trying to tone down the sound effects ever so slightly, though, because I've heard that those are not everyone's favorite, and I'm trying to be a little bit mature about it, at least a little bit. Ian says, you do segments and add stuff, and it can become cluttered and confusing. That's fair. This is a live stream. It's not really a podcast. And I know that some people run their live streams like podcasts. I don't really do that. I use it as an opportunity to hang out with you guys, to showcase stuff, to talk about stuff. and to hang out with other knife people. Hey, Miranda Hastings in the house. What's up, Rainey? Shout out to you. Good to see you, Miranda. Thanks for joining in. Ian says a person that watches Cole do blade binge for an hour. I can't. One of these days I'll do some window shopping for an episode, but I'm not Metal Complex. I don't think that people would actually want to watch me window shop online. Sometimes I'll do that during a live stream where we'll check it out, see if there's anything new, anything interesting. Hey, shout out to my man Top Dog, who's been a channel member for 19 months. 19 months. That's insane. Top Dog, thank you. He says Rollshambo Live is a place for winners. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for riding with the channel for 19 months and even longer than that, because I'm pretty sure you were a subscriber even before I had the channel monetized, which is crazy to me how long some of you guys have been following the progression of the channel. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Shout out to Ed B. Welcome in. Thank you for being a channel member. He says, I give Roll a compliment with my first comment, and he skips over it. This place sucks. That is an epic fail on my part.
Epic fail.
I'm going to scroll up, Ed. I don't like scrolling up because I miss so much, but I'm going to do it. Where is it? There's so many comments. I'm going to find it. I will find it. The chat on my end does skip. Oh, where is it? We're looking. Ed B says the music exudes class, just like Roll. Thank you, man. I'm glad that you like it. Playing any music at all is a bit of a risk because not everyone's going to enjoy it. Not every music goes with the topic. I just decided, you know what? I like having a little bit of background music. I try to keep the levels respectful. It helps keep me on pace, which I like. Not everybody likes that. All right, let's see. Lone Star says, bend over, I am prodding. I feel like I just interrupted something. Welcome into Experience Precision. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome into Rebel Rouser 777. Thank you for being a channel member.
Oh, yeah.
Says good to see you, everyone. It's good to see you. Welcome in. You, my friend, are indeed a winner. Brian Whited in the house. Craig says, I love the sound effects. I think that there's a way to do it where it kind of goes with stuff, and then there's a way to overdo it. I've gone back through some of my live streams, and I will raise my hand. There have been some where I may have been a little bit too hopped up on sugar. It's quite possible. All right. I'm trying to catch everybody. What's good? Anthony Kitchen, good to see you. And of course, Josh, welcome in, man. Good to see you as well. Top Dog says, I have been here since the start. So the start the start for me is kind of embarrassing. I go back and I haven't deleted my very first videos yet because I need them for inspiration. One of my first videos was awful, at least in my opinion. I was so nervous to be on camera. You know, it's not speaking. I don't have an issue with public speaking, but being on camera, and I had headphones on. I had, what's it called? I had these big sunglasses. I was going for Dr. Disrespect, but really it was because I had some camera nervousness. And after that, I was like, I can't do that. I just can't do that. And so I just decided to make a bunch of videos to get over it. And over time, at least I'd like to think the channel's gotten better since then. But I believe it, Top Dog. You have indeed been here for a very long time. Shout out to anybody who remembers my first video. And I'm glad that you decided to stick around after. Ian says, sometimes I watch other stuff while Cole is doing his Blade Binge segment. Hey, you know what? Your secret is safe with me. Hold on. Welcome into Louis. He says, please don't window shop The min a YouTuber goes there, I bounce. I like showing knives that are new releases, because sometimes people find out, and that is something that can be helpful for some people. Sometimes people are hunting for something that maybe they didn't even know was available. So I like checking websites and retailers for new releases. It gives me something to be excited about, and sometimes people get some useful information. Welcome into El Navajero EDC. Good to see you. Ian Coates says, let's do all things Ed B wants to do. Hold on. Experienced Precision says, Shambo, run a timer, and whatever we donate, buy a knife with that money. What do you think? Chat, you in? I mean, I would do that. I would do that. The thing that gets me is I don't like pressuring people to donate. I don't, because it just makes me feel weird asking for money. I have a hard time doing that. For some reason, I just feel weird about it. But what could be fun is if we run a timer, and then everyone that donates money gets an entry into a raffle, and then we buy a knife with however much was donated, and all the people who donated are in on the raffle. And it could be a cheap knife. It could be an expensive knife. That could be fun and interactive. And then it comes to me, I review it and send it off. We do the raffle. I've been considering doing something like that because it's fun. It's interactive. It provides a game of chance and excitement. I don't know. What do you think about that? Is that something that anybody would be interested in? Let me know in the chat. All right. NFK20 says, I got my awesome Hank patches I ordered. Freaking sick. Right on, man. I carry a Hank every day, and it's in my pocket right now. This one is actually a gift from Top Dog. Shout out to Top Dog. Did you know that I carry Hanks every single day? My camera is reversed, but it says titanium, and I love it. People ask me, what do you carry a Hank for? Like, what's the use case for you? Believe it or not, it's not just for photos in the background. In fact, I almost never use Hanks in my photos. The reason I carry it is because it organizes my pocket in a way that my desk is definitely not organized. I like to carry it like this, and then I will have one knife over the top, maybe a pen underneath the flap. And what it does is it keeps everything organized, everything protected. When I use my knives, which I do use my knives, maybe I get tape stuck to them. I hate that. I hate when tape is what's causing my knife not to cut very well because it gets stuck. The adhesive gets stuck to the blade. This is perfect for taking out and just cleaning off the edge bevel real quick. Also, many of these Hanks have a microfiber backing, which allows you to clean cameras. Of course, I try not to mix the one that's cleaning my knife with the one that's cleaning my camera lens, because the last thing I want is adhesive on my camera lens. But these are actually useful, and I get a lot of use out of them. And it kills me that people look at these and they're like, oh, you would only ever carry that for the Instagram, right? No, these are useful. Shout out to Top Dog. I still carry this Hank and all the other ones, so thank you. Lone Star Cowboy says, go leave some comments in the dentist's office as well. Oh, man. Yeah, they don't want to hear from me. They definitely don't want to hear from me. Louis says, so Rollshambo, did you get a Sage Rex 121? No. I have not. I have not, because I'm trying to be responsible. But I'll tell you guys what, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the screen share here in 3, 2, 1, bang. This is the members only Discord. And for those of you who are channel members who might not know or do not care to search through my post section on YouTube, I have recently, as of before this live stream, added a members only post on my channel that has an invite link to the members only Discord. So if you'd like to join, you can. And this is what that looks like. It's a little forum-esque type deal. Anyways, in here is, in fact, a knife yard sale section. And check this out. I wanted to highlight this because this is cool. This is where members of the Discord can actually sell, trade, whatever, their knives. And we've got a couple new entries. One such from Knife Plebe. Shout out to Knife Plebe. He's got some knives that he's selling. We've got a Spyderco Para 3 lightweight. We've got a Hogue Deca with what looks like original goat scales. An 80 20.5, a Kaiser Militar, a Brian Brown Jaeger MV3 with the Gecko camo carbon fiber scales, which I think is gorgeous. A dead Reckon Ridgeback, and I'm pretty sure that is the titanium scaled Ridgeback, if I'm not mistaken. And then also Crazy Roach. Shout out to Crazy Roach if you're out there. Check this out. He's selling a pretty much brand new Rex 121 Sage 5 in G10. Not the lightweight version, but in G10. These are selling brand new for $300, and every time they release, they sell out. Check it out, $250. Crazy Roach has the hookup for you. So if you guys want one and you're a channel member and you're part of the members only Discord, hit up Crazy Roach. And if you like any of these sweet knives, make sure to hit up Knife Plebe as well. And that's pretty sweet. Some really cool offerings there. I just thought I'd highlight the knife yard sale section because why not? Why not? We've got good stuff going on in there. And while we're here, we're going to go ahead and do a bit of a pocket check. I'm going to scroll up to today. So we'll start with today's carry. Absolutely. Hang on. I got to scroll up to the top. We've got some good ones. Does it start? Okay, so it starts with Bluetooth blades. Before we get to that, knives that I carried today, carried the small Sebenza 21, also carried this guy. I love the small Sebenza 21 because it doesn't take up so much real estate that I can't carry a full-size knife. Check this guy out. Also recently reviewed this. This is the Heretic Knives Wraith version 4 with the glow-in-the-dark carbon fiber and the tritium button. DLC on that Bowie style blade. I love a good Bowie style blade. And guys, I'm not a big automatic knives fan, but I've made an exception this year because so many really good American made knives turn out to be automatics. And guess what? This has got to be one of my favorites this year. Oh, that's so good. It just happens to be that these are selling out in most places. There are a few places where these are still available. If you're interested, I think they might still have a few on AmericanEdge.com. And yes, that is a legit website. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have a link for them or a discount code, but I'm pretty sure I still saw these available on American Edge's website. If you want to see my review on it, check it out. It's pretty good. It's really good. Very violent action. So that's what I carried. Small Sebenza 21, Heretic Wraith version 4. And let's go ahead and get into it. Bluetooth Blades is carrying the Kaimano and a Tucson, which I do not know the model number for. And that is because, quite honestly, I can't keep up with all of the Tucson model numbers. It is what it is. Nice, Gary. Thanks for sharing Bluetooth Blades. He also has, of course, the microtech stitch with the two-tone finish ram lock. Very nice. And hold on. Oreo Dave. Shout out to Oreo Dave. He's got the Winter Blade Factor, and I believe that's the batch 3. Not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure that's batch 3 with the purple. And then, of course, the Winter Blade 7. What a carry, man. Shout out to Dave. What a carry, dude. That is fantastic. Fibbit a Bits coming in with a Spyderco we don't see a whole lot of, but I do know the name of this one. This is the Spyderco Valaton or Valoton. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to say it. I think it's Valaton. It's one of the Italian-made Spydercos, and I've never tried one, but I've heard that some people really, really like them. And then, of course, a Swiss Army knife. Double D's got a Spyderco, excuse me, not a Spyderco, ProTech. It's ProTech Malibu and a ProTech Runt. Very cool. Not everything is Spyderco. Come on. Let's see here. Blue Minotti Ninja coming in hot with the QSP Hedgehog, the TPK edition. Mine is not ever too far away from me. I love this thing. Absolutely love this. You know, I'll monologue for a second. I did a EDC utility razor blade comparison test where I showed cut tests side by side. And you know, the funny thing was all those utility EDC razors, like box cutter razor blades, the thinnest behind the edge that you can get. And you know what outperformed each and every one of them? This guy. I stand behind this knife 100%. If the primary cutting task that you do is cutting open boxes or breaking down boxes, I would make a very strong case for a TPK edition QSP Hedgehog with the M390 and the camo carbon fiber, because it's so good. You will have to sharpen this less than you will have to replace those utility razors. It's actually premium materials. It's not something that you throw away. It's something that you can carry with you for a long time, and it's extremely useful. So for those small cutting tasks, guys, it's hard for me to look at EDC utility razors knowing that this outperforms them in cutting geometry. It's one of those things. But I had to find out, right? Absolutely had to find out. Anyways, that tangent is over. He's got the TPK QSP Hedgehog. I know this one. It was the second one, the one with the green handle. This was big like a year ago. Of course, the Mangana Steel Kaimano, and then, of course, the Tempest Fractus. And I'm not entirely sure what the one on the bottom is, but it is a Spanish tip razor slip joint, which looks pretty cool too. And then, oh yeah, can't forget the New Breed Clydesdale. I see that one with the customized scale. Very cool. Very cool. Ed's coming in hot with the Petrified Fish. Thank you for including the model number, by the way. That's the Petrified Fish PFE08. Grow. Love the G-Mascus. Absolutely. Petrified Fish does such good work. Miranda is carrying the Compadre, the Olight, the Swiss Army Knife SD, and the Mini Fulcrum. Very cool. Compadre, I keep hearing great things about it. One of these days I'll get it on the channel. Chris Waris is carrying is that a Wee Nefaris? A QSP Penguin. And then, of course, the Devo Knives Pony Stout in titanium. You have excellent taste, Chris. Thanks for sharing. Jim is being faithful to his Serpent's Run Goon with the wooden handle scales, Finch Nightmare Shiv, and the Artisan Sea Snake with the beautiful scenery in the background. I like it. I really like that woody Serpent's Run Goon. That looks cool. And it looks like it's got a really nice deep hollow grind on that blade too. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that looks like it's got a nice deep hollow grind there. Very cool. The Finch Nightmare Shiv. Also cool. All right. All right. All right. I zoomed too far in. Let's see. Nick T is carrying a Jaeger MV3 with a bestech Sin. Yeah. Looks like a small tactile turn pen. I'm guessing. I'm not huge on the pens. Rebel Rousers. This is Rebel Rousers carry today. He's got a Spyderco Para 3. And I'm not sure what that fixed blade is, but it looks cool. I really like that deep finger choil right there on that fixed blade. That's cool. Nice layout too, man. And of course, the wallet with the American Eagle. Doesn't get better than that. Let's see. Craig Vincent's carrying his customary handful of knives. Pretty sweet. He's got the Cold Steel Voyager and a couple of fixed blades, or at least one fixed blade that I am not entirely sure about. No, there's two. One of them's a sweet looking dagger. Spyderco Tenacious. Very nice. Very nice. One Sneaky B. He's got the Imamba a slip joint, the Tyrant, that's the Exceed Design Company Tyrant, and then a copper pen. Very nice. I like it. Speaking of pens, I've got one that I need to restore the finish on. I lost this pen and I was cleaning out the pockets of my car and I found it. So check this out. This is a pen that's made by a veteran-owned company. They make this out of, I believe, yeah, they make these here in Denver. And I promise you, these bullet casings used to look so much cleaner, but after it's been forgotten in the depths of my car, it's kind of gotten a weird patina on there, which I don't agree with. So I need to clean this up and get it back to some shine. But that's going to be a little project for me, refinishing this pen. Pretty sweet. Now, if only I had other things to complement that. Dazed is coming in hot with a Spyderco Para 3. Very nice. Lynch Northwest clip. I definitely approve. Barbarian Brawny with the ever sexy drop point Chris Reeve Umnumzan. The one that all of a sudden everybody cannot get enough of. You know, it wasn't that long ago that the Zons were in stock all the time. You could get them readily available, no worries. And now, I don't know what's gotten into people. All of a sudden, this is the one, and the Sebenza are the ones that are commonly found in stock nowadays. And you can't find the Umnumzan anywhere, at least not the drop point version. It seems like the Tanto versions stay in stock a little bit longer. Brawny's got the sexy photos of the Umnumzan. Make sure to check him out. If you want to talk about an underrated live stream, check out Barbarian Brawny's live stream. Sometimes he doesn't know I'm there, but I'm just, creeping in the background. I do what I can. And then, of course, Kevin Smith with that's the Arcane Brian Brown collaboration, Arcane Designs Brian Brown collaboration with the Hawkbill blade. I forget the name of that one. It wasn't as popular, I think, as they thought it would be. But I know that the people that got them actually really, really like them with that Hawkbill blade. All right. I know I'm missing stuff in the chat, so we're going to go ahead and scroll up because I know I've missed some stuff. So hang on. All right. Hey, thank you to Kevin Smith and Knives for being a connoisseur and collector for the last 5 months. He says, got in my new to me Volt. That's what that is. That's the Volt. Thank you. And congratulations, man. Thank you for chilling with the channel for as long as you have. All right. All right. I know my chat just jumped again. Barbarian Brawny says, let me know when you're there. Join me. It's not that easy because usually your live streams are on while I'm working. And, I'm just kind of watching it on the low. Can't let the people know that I'm doing that while I'm working. Hey, thank you to Bluminati Ninja for the gifted membership. And it went to none other than Marco. Congrats to Marco for getting in on that. And Blue, thank you, man. You're my boy, Blue. Thank you so much for your generosity. What a generous member of the community, guys. If you didn't know, Blue is also growing his own channel as well. Go check out Bluminati Ninja's channel. Just like the Jeffersons, he's heading on up. So thank you, Blue, so much for the generosity. And congrats to Marco for getting that gifted membership from Bluminati Ninja. That's super cool, man. Thank you so much. Hold on. Ian Coates says, Sebenza, yeah, boy. Where is it? Where is it, Ian? Where's the Sebenza? Pop it in the members only Discord. We're doing pocket checks. Mark P. Ooh, look at that beautiful carry. Okay, so that's a Para 3 with the RG Custom Metalworks scales that were recently released with the Rec reblade, or the REK reblade, that is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So essentially that's a Para 3, but only because it still has the liners. The liners are the only thing that keep that as a as a pair of 3. That's bananas to me. Gorgeous. I promise you, when I saw the RG Custom Metalworks scales, this is exactly what I wanted to do to it. But that is not cheap. That setup is not cheap. But I guarantee you that not many people actually went that route. And so you have a very unique setup there, Mark. That is awesome. Absolutely killer, man. I love that. If you ever decide that you want to sell this or move on from this, you let me know. Please and thank you. All right, guys. So heading on back. Boom. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get back to the chat. Anthony Kitchen says the rock wall is very nice. I finally scored a deal recently. It's a classy entry, and the Mavericks disengaging. Is that a Top Gun reference? I approve. Hey, shout out to Todd Carr. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining in. Lone Star says Stevie Wonder can see the pandering. It is what it is. Ian says, I can't watch lives because I'm forklifting. All right. I totally get it. Barbarian Brawny says, so basically just like me right now. Do you work nights, Brawny? That's crazy, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't work nights. You know, the graveyard shift. They call it the graveyard shift for a reason. Because it kills the soul. Rest in peace. Mad respect to everybody out there who does work a graveyard shift, though, because I know that is not easy. Welcome into Splitting Slices. Good to see Splitting Slices joining in as well. Lone Star says, capitalize and spell much. Once again, I have no idea what I'm entering into. Anyways, guys. So, I know some of you might not be huge fans of this, but I figured let's go ahead and see what's new at the retail stores. We won't do a ton of window shopping, but we'll start with DLT. Why not? Do they have anything that is dropping? Anything? If they do, they're not announcing it. The Venom Jack is still available. Edgeworks fixed blades are available. Bark River knives are available. The Nicholas Nichols knives are still available. If that isn't a statement from the community that they wanted something different and didn't get it, I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's just the fact that it's a $575 knife. I don't know. Those look super cool. I am sure that they're really well made. But it does kill me seeing that these have not really sold very well. It's crazy. Someone needs to buy one and loan it to me so I can find out if it's really good, if it's worth the $575. Can someone take one for the team? Because I definitely want to check this out. That's a lot of money. And I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing. Nicholas Nichols, an established knife maker. It's an American-made knife, flipper with the deployment blood groove, the deployment fuller. Look at that. I do kind of wish that they had given us a backspacer. Like, that's $575. You've got some scrap titanium from each one of these that you can give us a backspacer. Some people are a big fan of the open back designs. Personally, I want a backspacer. And on something like this, I think at least a half length backspacer would have been appropriate. It's a damn shame. It does look good. Like, they gave us this 3D milled titanium pocket clip. I'm just curious as to why nobody wanted these. Because listen, each one of these is numbered. And look, 2 is available, 3 is available, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the Mexican blanket micarta. I don't know why. Let me know in the chat, guys. Is it just the design? It doesn't get you going? It doesn't tickle the senses? It does look like that would be ergonomically friendly, though. That looks cool. All right, so DLT, nothing too crazy over there. What about NC Blade? What's new over at NC Blade? Let's check the coming soon. Why not? Benchmade Necrons. $1,300. No thank you. What about what's new? Hey, check it out. The Spyderco Sage 5 lightweight in Rex 121. This is the lightweight version starting at $255. It's available. You can get a brand new one. A lightweight version, $255. I would be willing to bet that these are sold out by tomorrow morning. If you want one, there it is, guys. It's at NC Blade. I know some people are still hunting for these, and many people were waiting for the lightweight version because they didn't want to pay $300 for the G10 version, but there you go. LUDT Gen 3s are now finally readily available and in stock. Love this knife, by the way. I believe that the LUDT Gen 3 is, in fact, a knife of the year contender for many, many reasons. We've got oversized hardware. We've got a titanium backspacer. We've got a new design with bearings in this automatic knife. A lot of automatics out the side autos don't have bearings. Did you know that? This one does. The craziest, sliciest cutting geometry, extremely thin cutting geometry, which will lend to good edge retention and cutting ability. And on top of that, in a world where all the American companies are raising their prices, Microtech came out with a new version of the Gen 3 that was highly popular, and they kept the price for this relatively the same as the last gen LUDT. This is a knife of the year candidate, in my opinion. And I said candidate because I haven't made that decision yet. I will, of course, hand out that fictional award at the end of the year. But they have the Tanto versions available. That's cool. They have the drop point versions available. They probably also have serrated versions too. The Civivi Biophase. I haven't seen these yet. $80, G10 Nitro V. That is kind of crazy looking. Is that a carbon fiber overlay? Aluminum and black G10 handles. Why does that look like carbon fiber? Interesting. Not for me, but that is interesting. Looks like there's an RMJ Tactical Reaver fixed blade push dagger. Also not for me, but interesting. They have the G10 version of the Spyderco Sage 5 with Rex 121. Okay. Riot XOU. More colors of the Microtech LUDT Gen 3. Okay, so if you want it in red, Tanto, I think that that's pretty sharp. Let's see what I did there. Okay. I've always been curious about this guy. I'll never buy it. It's $690, and for that money, I'm probably looking at an American-made knife. But look at that hand satin finish. That's a Tashi Baruka design. Absolutely bananas milling on that inlay. Textured milled inlay. That's why it's, almost $700. M398 steel. We don't see that too often. And this is kind of a Tashi Baruka thing to do. No sharpening choil. No sharpening choil. Guys, going with no sharpening choil is a bit of a brave thing to do because we live in a day and age where most people are going to say, you know what, I understand that a sharpening choil can snag in material that you're moving through, but most people would rather just have that instead of putting a smile on the edge, on the back edge of the blade. That is a choice. It's a gorgeous looking knife. Custom Knife Factory, $690 though. Absolutely bananas. Okay. Oh, look, the custom version of the Wraith. So this is the production version. This is $381. If you're okay without getting it with the glow carbon fiber scales, you can get it for $350. The custom version is almost $1,800 with mother of pearl inlays and hand ground high sheen DLC MagnaCut. Look at that. Sterile blade. It's a custom. I had a couple people comment on the pocket clip. This pocket clip is not winning any awards though, guys. It's not. It's really not. It's very function forward. I don't have an issue with the way that it looks because it functions well, and that's good enough for me. Kind of like the way that the Chris Reeve pocket clip is also not winning any awards. Very similar design language there, but it functions really well. Great pocket retention with that. The one thing that bothers me about this pocket clip is that they should have done the pocket clip in that DLC just like they did the blade, but they didn't. That's a bummer. They should have done the pocket clip in DLC as well, because these pocket clips, they do get beat up. They get scraped against things, I don't think Heretic is watching, but if you are, Heretic, you should do blacked out pocket clips in the same DLC finish that you did the blade in. That is just my suggestion. All right. Enough window shopping. Enough. Let's go ahead and scroll back up because I know I've missed stuff. I know it. Hold on. Ian Coates says, and now the viewer counter tanks. Hey, listen, you know what? People stick around as long as they're entertained. If it's not entertaining, I totally get it. Hold on. Welcome into Michael Upchurch. Good to see you. Jim Miller says, don't like it, $575 worth. The question I have on that Nicholas Nichols Dreadnought is, what is the magic price point that gets people to press the buy button? For me, I would say that $575 is a little steep. I would say that for that to really incentivize people to press the buy button on that, they would probably need to bring that down closer to, I would say, around $400. And that would be hard. Small batch American-made knives like that, they're not cheap and easy to make. No matter what people think, they're just not. They're made in small batches for a reason. You have to pay people a living wage. God forbid we can afford rent here in the United States. I get it. In many cases, it costs what it needs to cost. But I think that the magic number on that would have actually been more around the $450 range. $400 to $450, I think they would have seen some more success. Just my personal opinion. Snot Reg says those are always in stock on USA Made Blade too. Didn't know that. Anthony Kitchen says they had several that were individualized designs. Looks great, but then again, so do hundreds of others, including the Pyrite, the Finch Stinger for $80. We are in a day and age where a lot of knife fanatics are really becoming appreciative of the lesser expensive knives that are not made in the United States. Why? Because they're more attainable. They have a higher quality than ever before. They have a higher quality than ever before. Like this guy. The Devo Nip, 154 cm aluminum handle scales. Like, this is fantastic. This knife is really, really well made. It's made by Kubi in China, but it's under $100. Superb action, all the quality of life things, great cutting geometry, decent materials, sub $100. Like, we weren't getting this for this price. We weren't getting this under $100. What, 5 years ago? 10 years ago? We just weren't. But now there's many knives that are made overseas, whether that's in China or Italy or wherever. and they have upped the quality and kept the price in the more reasonable range. And so when people see these $500-$600 knives, it's not reaching as big of an audience as it used to. It really isn't. Lone Star says, Cold Steel Archangel on the way. Nice. He says, morning prayers are blaring from the minarets right now. Right on, man. I always wonder where exactly you are, because I know the time zone difference is staggering. All right. I'm going to skip down to the bottom. I know I'm missing people. Hey, shout out to Paper Tiger. Good to see you, man. Welcome into Stone Hands. He says, anyone try a Gersh reblade for a Spyderco? I have not. But let me see if I can find them. Gersh Spyderco reblade. I'll pop it up on the screen if I can find them. Okay, I think I did. Hold the phone. This is kind of crazy. This is a Para 3 reblade, $380 out of stock. CPM MagnaCut 63 to 64 is what they're claiming on that. Kind of a bullnose tanto. Turns the tip of your Spyderco into a pry bar. Hold on. Let's see what else they got. I'm always intrigued by reblades. Do they have any that are available? Oh, yes, they do. Okay, so the reason why it's $380 is because it's the full knife. Okay, I see that now. This one also $380. This is kind of crazy, right? Look at that. Full copper scales. MagnaCut at 63 to 64, which is higher than what Spyderco is running their MagnaCut at, by the way. Okay. I don't know if on this specific one, this specific reblade doesn't do it for me. I'm intrigued because it's MagnaCut at 63 to 64 and it's USA made and it's an acid wash finish. It's very rugged. I think that for a reblade with a reblade full knife, I think that price is understandable because you're getting somebody's custom work there. PM2 MagnaCut blade only $220. Of course, it's out of stock. Yeah, I don't think that one does anything for me either. The grind looks good. The cutting geometry looks good. It makes a Spyderco very un-Spyderco-like, at least that one. That's going to be attractive to some people. Some people will never, ever accept the Spyderco aesthetics. That's fine. The one that I actually really like is the first one that we checked out, this guy, the bullnose tanto with that super straight edge. Like this one, yes. Of course, it's not available. I have a feeling because they probably didn't make many, and a lot of people probably agreed with me that is a good-looking reblade. It keeps a lot of Spyderco aesthetics too, while also doing some meaningful changes. That looks super thin behind the edge. I wish that they would just let us know what the behind the edge measurement is. I think that that's fair on a reblade. What do you guys think? I think that that's fair. Gersh blades. This is cool. I've never heard of Gersh blades before. Looks like they do others too. Demko blades. That is bananas. Blade only, but it's Damasteel. Okay. I see you, Gersh. That is crazy. I kind of wish that they had polished that. It's Damascus stainless steel by Chad Nichols, 59 to 61. It doesn't matter on Damascus, because on Damascus you're not paying for the performance. Nobody really buys a Damascus blade for the performance. They like knowing if it can perform, but most people are going to buy a Damascus blade for the aesthetics because they like the way that it looks, like the super uber collectors. That looks very close to the stock Demko blade. Actually, it does look like a stock Demko blade. Maybe thinner cutting geometry. $365. It's available for the blade only. What about benchmade blades? These are crazy. Look at these. This one, I like this one. Not that it matters. I don't have any benchmade knives. I don't own any. I didn't buy them when they were reasonably priced, and now I won't buy them when they're not. But I like this one. That's a cool blade shape. $340 blade only. Damn. $230 for the Anthem blade only. Magna Cut 63 to 64. So your benchmade can finally have hard Magna Cut. And you know what? I do actually think that that's an improvement on the aesthetics and on the blade steel. I approve. Gersh blades. I'm intrigued. Very intrigued. I might have to keep my eye on this website because I definitely want to try out one of these bull-nosed Spyderco reblades. I think that's pretty cool. I'm very much interested. All right. Back to the chat. Welcome into Lefty Knife Guy. Good to see you. Hey, Oreo Dave in the house. What's up, Dave? He says, good evening, Rollshambo and awesome folks. Biophase is Isham-esque. Love it. I could see that. Welcome into Casey Baker. Says, not a fan of the Biophase. To me, it looks like something you'd get in Bud K. I mean, I could see that. The Biophase is not my favorite design. I'm just going to be upfront about that. I love knives that are different. I really do. For example, this knife is different. This is the DC Blades Cedo. Kind of a short buoy style blade. Love that. Great cutting geometry. Love that. Other knives that are different. What else do I got? Hold on. Hold the phone. This is one that I've been high on recently. The Remet WK1. I kind of wish that they had given it a name instead of a model number, but whatever. This is fantastic. Look at that. The knife with two show sides. No visible screws. You take it apart by popping off an integral style backspacer with that little lever right there. That's sweet. Harpoon style blade. It's different, but it's still classy. All the different angles. Love that. So I am a fan of different. Sometimes different takes it too far. Isham was crazy because Elijah Isham, rest in peace to the late great Elijah Isham, his knives were absolutely bananas. It looked like something that he came up with in a fever dream. And for those of you who might not be familiar, I'll show you. The Wee Arrakis is still one of my favorite designs from him of all time. Some people just don't see it. But I handled one. I actually borrowed one from Oreo Dave. And the Wee Arrakis, it's crazy. All the open spaces, like that is entirely different, but it still actually has pretty decent cutting geometry. The action was incredible on the one that I borrowed from Dave. This is one of those knives that just defies logic. And many people that don't understand Elijah Isham will look at that and say that is the quintessential gas station knife. But if you ever find this knife at a gas station, you should just go ahead and buy it. This knife is absolutely crazy for knife enthusiasts that are super high on design language. Elijah Isham, taken too soon. Rest in peace, man. Anyways, He also did, what was it called? Elijah Isham knife. It was another one with a crazy name. It was this one, the eschaton. You want to see something that's bananas? The wee eschaton. Compound ground. It's like the Arrakis on steroids. A knife that didn't need to be on steroids. The wee eschaton. Legendary. It's this one. Boom. Look at that. And of course, you can't buy these anymore. They're discontinued. And they were definitely not everybody's cup of tea. But the level of design that has to go in to make all of that actually work is mind-blowing. And I think that people take that for granted. They just see something that's crazy that doesn't look like a Sebenza, and they're like, it's got to be a gas station knife. But I'll tell you what, if I could find one of these, I would buy it. That is 100% officially a collector's piece. All right. I know I'm missing stuff in the chat. Hold on. A shout out to Mike Upchurch for being a connoisseur and collector for 6 months. He says, all I need my 8010 Tanto with AI gun stock, aluminum gun stock, and OG goat scales. The aluminum gun stock OG goat scales. Right on, man. Thanks for supporting, Michael. We definitely appreciate you. And yeah, that's a pretty cool knife. Oreo Dave says the wee eschaton just sold for $2,000 on eBay. What did I tell you? 100% a collector's knife, without a shadow of a doubt. What's up, Ginger Fisher? Good to see you, man. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night right there. Wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for showing up, for showing love, for sticking around in the live stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The next live stream, of course, will be on Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and 9 p.m. Central. But before we go, Pocket Razors with the 5 gifted memberships. Pocket Razors, thank you, man. And congratulations to everyone who snagged a gifted membership right before the end of the live stream. Pocket Razors, thank you, man. Guys, head on over to the YouTube posts. Members will see the invite link to the members only Discord. So if you've been wanting to get in on that and you haven't done so yet, make sure you do so. Guys, I hope I see you in the next live stream. If you can make it, that would be awesome. If not, I totally understand. So for some of you, I will see you soon. And for everybody else, we'll see you later.